So I'm bringing out my tech side today. I do love to do review videos on products that I think really stand out. So for today's video, this product definitely does. This is the DJI Pocket 3. There are a ton of videos on this camera, but a lot of people made videos on this as soon as it came out, and I was going to too. But I was like, to give something a true review, I feel like you need to use it for an extended amount of time, because I have thoughts on this camera that I didn't have when I first opened it. So I've been using it for 2.5 months now. I got this on launch. On launch date, I ordered it and I have been using it ever since, and I absolutely love it. You've also seen a couple videos filmed on this, as well as all of my Disney vlogs were filmed exclusively on this and my iPhone 15. So an iPhone 15 was only like a couple of clips. So majority of those vlogs, I'll leave linked in the cards, filmed exclusively on this. The sound on this, which is originally why I purchased this camera, because I wanted a vlogging camera. I wanted an easy grab and go camera. I am currently using my Canon EOS Rebel T3i, my trusty DSLR that I've had for years and years, and I like this camera to use for sit-down videos. So if you're interested in this camera and all that it can do, I really think this is the next big camera for vlogging. Like, I think 2024, this is the camera of the year. I stand by that, having used it, and it just does incredible things. I think it will 100% replace the Canon G7X Mark II and Mark III. It's better than them. So if you want to keep on watching, I'm going to do some video clips, review, show you everything that comes in the creator bundle. Just keep on watching. So in order to explain the purchase of this camera, because I already have a camera that I'm filming on, I also have an iPhone 15, which a lot of people use for vlogging. So I kind of want to explain my thought process behind purchasing this, and in turn, that will be part of my review because it checks all of the boxes. Before our trip in November, I wanted to get a vlogging camera. And I even asked on Instagram, I asked some of you what you like to use. And the two most popular were a Sony, I think it's like the Sony Z1 or something like that. It's the Sony that's marketed as a vlogging camera, and the Canon G7X Mark II. I watched countless reviews, test footage, vlogs using those cameras, and both had downsides. It was enough to sway me that they weren't worth the money. So the Sony, I just hated the stabilization. It is so shaky. I also didn't love the coloring on the Sony. I don't have a super steady hand, so having a camera that is really steady was really important to me. I didn't want it to make you feel motion sick, and I also knew I was going to be taking this camera to Disney all the time, doing Disney vlogs, doing travel vlogs, and like that kind of walking around and doing a lot of walking, filming on rides. Like, I wanted something that was really stable, and the Sony just didn't cut it. So then the Canon is a lot nicer stability, but you cannot find the Canon Mark II anywhere. It's like sold out everywhere. I tried to find one refurbished or used, couldn't find it anywhere. So that kind of swayed me into like needing to find a third option. I also know that the Canon has consistent autofocus issues. I watch a lot of vloggers that use the Canon, and they're always like, oh, focus, focus, come on, focus. And that's just obnoxious to me. I can't even imagine how many times they have to make cuts of them doing that. And for me, it's I think a $600+ camera. It should not have autofocus issues. So then I started doing a ton of research on other cameras that I could use, and I came across action cameras. So I came across people vlogging on GoPros And once I fell down the GoPro rabbit hole, I came across their biggest competitor, DJI. So I came across the DJI Pocket 2. Absolutely fell in love with the Pocket 2, but there was something about it. It had come out a few years ago, and I just kind of was like, I feel like there might be something a little bit better. So in doing my research, I found out that the DJI Pocket 3 was probably going to be launching very soon. So I decided to kind of just sit back and wait and see what happened. Lo and behold, the DJI Pocket 3 got a launch date. I signed up for the email and purchased it right away. This little camera packs a punch. It has the stabilization, it has the autofocus, it has good sound quality, it has good picture quality. It has the front-facing camera, which was really important to me. It's on a gimbal, so the camera itself is a mini gimbal. So you can see it kind of like move. The stabilization on this is incredible. Like, you don't need to go in and fix it in post or anything like that. Like, you can walk around like it with this and like it's not shaky at all. So I'm gonna be doing test footage of this, but currently I'm gonna show you what I got in the bundle. Everything you get in the bundle, you obviously get the camera and you get the little case. And this is a nice case. I used this basically in here like this, and I put this in my fanny pack and I could just easily pull it out whenever I wanted to. You also get a wide angle lens, which I will show you, and it just magnetically stores right in the case. They also have another lens that you can buy, and you can store it in here as well. You also get your other basics, like you get a charging cord, a wrist strap, a big case to keep it in. You get the extra charging base. This is awesome because this holds a charge. So this camera is tiny. It does hold a decent charge. I was able to use this all day long in combination with this and not need to charge it. So it lasted an entire day of filming for me, which is perfect. So you can charge this. You could also use an external charger to charge this up when you're like out on the go. You also get just like the little base, and this is so that you can screw it onto a tripod, which is really nice. You can also screw it onto a tripod on this one. You get a little mini tripod, which is super, super cute. I did bring this with me, but I didn't really end up using it that much. And then you get the mic and like the little fuzzy top, and this magnet is so strong. You get a magnet so you can like magnetize it to your shirt. So that's everything that you get. So let me talk about the things I like and the things I don't like, because this is not a 100% like rave review. The camera is really, really good, but it's not perfect. My biggest downside with this camera is the sound quality. The mic, I have to play around with it some more, but I kind of used it a couple of times and just didn't use it after that because it kind of sounds like I'm in a fishbowl when I use this. I don't know why. I don't know if there's some kind of setting that I need to adjust. I need to play around with this more. It could be user error, but it just doesn't sound that good to me when I use this. I like the internal camera sound quality a lot more. I will say it records sound quality very low. So most of the time when I'm editing sound, I have to raise the volume of all of the clips I took. If I'm talking really close with the front-facing camera, there are some moments where the sound jumps up in volume, and then some moments where it jumps down in volume, and I'm not covering the mic at all. So again, I want to play around with the sound settings a little bit more because I just haven't been getting like 100% consistent sound quality. But it's not enough for me to like return the camera, and it's also not enough to disrupt for the viewers because most of the time I can adjust it in post. That's my biggest qualm with this camera, is that the sound quality could use some updates. I want to show you the actual footage, so I'm going to be turning this off and switching to this camera. So keep in mind, I am currently filming on a Canon DSLR camera. The quality is going to be pretty good. I believe this camera films in 2K. I also don't film in 4K. I don't need to be posting and uploading 4K video to YouTube. I feel like you can't really tell that much of a difference between 2K and 4K to warrant posting it. So this little tripod I got off Amazon, and the only thing you need for this to connect is a little screw top. So I'm going to be putting on the little bottom and just screwing it right on. So this is also awesome because you can film in widescreen or portrait mode, so you can film straight on with portrait. So it's actually really good for TikToks as well, and you can live stream with this camera. So it has live streaming capabilities, which is pretty cool if I ever wanted to do some like YouTube live streams in the future. Switching over now. So you can definitely tell a difference. My other camera is a lot warmer toned. It's got like just that rich warm tones on it. And then this camera is a lot brighter. But the great thing about this camera is when it's like really dark out, like I can film on this at night after work and still get videos filmed, which is a game changer because on my DSLR, I need a certain amount of light for the video to look good so I don't have to crank up the ISO and kind of look grainy or overexposed. So this camera also has low light capabilities, which is awesome. I used that a lot at night when I was vlogging and it looked great. I also used it like on rides, like on dark rides, like pirates and stuff like that. The low light was pretty good. So like I said, I'm filming in 2K right now. It also has a specific autofocus mode where it'll autofocus a little bit faster, and that's showcase mode. And you can easily put the camera into showcase mode on the side in the settings, but it does a really good job of autofocusing. And it's very fast and efficient, and I love that it autofocuses because anytime I'm doing like my makeup or I do a lot of pin hauls, Disney pin hauls, I can actually hold the pin up, hold the makeup product up, and you can see what I'm showing you. So this is the regular lens. It's still a lot larger of like a view than my DSLR. Granted, I can change any lens I want to. So if I really wanted a wider angle on my DSLR, I could make it happen, but lenses aren't cheap. So I like that this actually comes with this camera and you can easily snap it on and have a bit of a wider angle. But for the rest of this video, I am going to be taking the wide angle off. I love that it's really small and compact. It fits in here. Like I said, I fit this in a fanny pack, so it's super easy to carry with you, and it's not as intrusive as like holding the camera out to here. Like, especially with the wide angle lens, like I was able to hold it pretty close to my face and carry it close to my body and not have it like out in anyone's faces or anything like that. And you can easily switch angles, which I really liked. So it was quick and easy. You just tap a button and you're easily rotated, and then you tap the button again and you're rotated back. So you can do that while filming, which is awesome. It's not disruptive, and if you don't want the spin effect, you can just edit it out. I'm not gonna talk through all the settings and like show you how to use this camera. Like I said, there are tons of videos and tutorials on how to use this camera, but this was more so a review from someone who's used it, from someone who is just like a home YouTuber, content creator. My thoughts and review. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will leave the camera, like the base model, down below. I'll also leave the creator bundle linked down below and you can check it out, look at the specs and all of that. I'll also leave a bunch of videos that I filmed using this camera linked down below so you can get like a true test of the footage. But with that, I'm gonna get going. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in my next video.